Hey, it's me back yet again with another card unboxing. These are, without a shadow of the doubt, one of my absolute favourite tarot decks. I am completely biased because I do absolutely love this deck of tarot cards. They are by Deborah Blake, and the first time I came across these tarot cards was this little dinky deck, and I fell in love with it. You can see from the look how battered the box is. It's very well worn, isn't it? You can tell that I've used these a few times, but this I just absolutely fell in love with the deck. They're just absolutely gorgeous cards, and at the time that I bought the mini cards, I'd looked and looked and looked to get the full size cards, and could I find them anywhere? Could I? Heck. And then one day, while I was doing yet another of my accidental shopping trips online, I actually came across these, the full size version of my mini Everyday Witch Tarot. So obviously, as soon as I saw them, I had to buy them because I had always promised myself that if I saw the full size deck, I would buy the full size deck, and I am not disappointed at all. These are the same high quality, high standard cards that came. Even in this little mini deck, you could tell that they had been made really, really, really well. These are just absolutely gorgeous, and these ones are amazing, absolutely amazing. It's traditional 78 card tarot deck. So without much further ado, let's see. They are published by Llewellyn, and I haven't had cards from Llewellyn for a while, but I'd forgotten how good Llewellyn are actually around their cards. So anybody who buys through the ISBN number, there you go, and the details on there about the Llewellyn website. So I'm sure you'll be able to find different retailers that sell these now. So come in a beautiful box. It really does feel it's substantial in weight as well. It has all the information on as well. These are cards that are based within the world of witchy woo-ness. So it's just a beautiful deck. So without carrying on anymore and annoying you, I'll open them up. So it's a hinged book style box. Comes with the most gorgeous, look at the quality of that book. And what I really like is it has it broken down into really nice chapters. It feels as though it's a book that you would want to read. So chapter 1 is all about the deck and how to use it, how to do a reading. Chapter 2 is common questions and answers and some tarot extras. Chapter 3 is about the major and the minor cards, and then chapter 4 is the conclusion. Within this, there's actually space to make your own notes as well as you get used to the different cards and things. So there's space dotted throughout the book for you to make your own notes. As you can see, the illustrations are full colour, and you get a really good write-up of, you get the initial prompts. So for example, the death card, when one door closes, another opens, and then you get all of the story behind it. Then you also, what is good, you get a little section called things to consider. So for the death card, it states the death card doesn't seem like it's the bringer of good news, does it? But it also rarely comes as a surprise. You probably already knew that something was ending. Hopefully you've caught a glimpse of whatever new thing will take its place and can find some solace in that. It's okay to mourn your loss, just don't make the mistake of hanging on to something that's already gone. So there's little things like that, little anecdotes. It's just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous book. You really, really do feel like you've got something quality. I'm based in the UK, and I think when I got this deck it was about £22 because it was on offer. I don't have a clue how to convert UK prices into US dollars, but the recommended retail price is $31.99 for in the American market. But you can see it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous book. Colours throughout, really well bound book. You do, like I say, you do feel like you've got something that's quality there. So, to the cards. Now, I'm not sure if these are in order. No, they're not in order because I did have them out to look at them. So I'll do a flick through, but they won't be in order because I love them that much. I couldn't resist getting the cards out and looking at them properly. As you can see, they are shiny. They are glossy finish. Cardstock's okay. It's a nice thickness given the amount of cards that you've got. I think if it had been any thicker, it would have made the deck more bulky and harder to handle. So I think sometimes we get decks that I've just done another reveal there, and the thickness of the cards are really, really, really thick, but they're actually quite chunky to hold. These it's a decent quality card. It's durable, but it's not so thick that it's going to be too clunky in your hands. It's going to be too big. So because these are already shuffled, oh gosh, they want to shuffle themselves, look, absolutely full of energy. So you can see from this, shuffle really, really easily. The backs of the cards are gorgeous too, and I already know that these fan out beautifully. Look at that, just so even, no sort of clumping together, so to speak. So let's do the business and get these cards out. And I am so sorry that they're not in order, but it's just I was that enthusiastic about getting them out. I couldn't resist actually getting them out and having a look and having a play around with them. So this is what our swords cards are like. So we've got we have the imagery, but then we have the swords. Pentacles are the basic pentacle image. What a gorgeous card that is. And you can see as we go through, what I'll do is I'll turn them over so they're not distracting. Lift these up a bit. So you can see there's the Two of Pentacles. I always associate it with the balance. They're often shown with the infinity symbol between the two pentacles. And we've got our lady there who is stood on a seesaw balancing, and then something's going to come along, the cat's coming along to knock out of balance. And that's what we tend to say, isn't it? It's that getting the balancing right, getting things okay, getting things on an even keel. So you can see there's a lot of the traditional symbolism in there, but just with that quirkiness that Deborah and Elizabeth Alba is the illustrator, who's the artist, and just the quirkiness is gorgeous. Things like the chariot card there with the motorbike and sidecar, rather than the traditional chariot being pulled by cats or anything else. It just sums it up with the this way, that way, which way to go. High Priestess. And these were the ones, you can see the ones, they're coming together. And as well, what I like is when you look further into the cards, you can see that there's the 4 ones, there's the 4 people, there's the 4 familiars. So it's all about things linking up like that. When we come to our court cards, we still have them sat on the thrones, but linking in with the other elements as well, because pentacles are associated with the earth element. And there we go. I mean, that absolutely sums it up, doesn't it? Gorgeous cards. Swords, again, it's on some of them they look more like daggers. So on the 5 of Swords it looks more like daggers. On the 8 of Swords it's very clearly swords. So there's space for you to interpret make your own interpretations from these. So the ones on this one you can see look very different. We've got the burnt out ones, we've got the ones that are still of use, still of service and not to be forgotten about. Again, swords. Got the Hanged Man. And there's what I love about this deck is there's the little things that you can look at. So yes, the man is hung upside down, but actually he's holding the key. If you look at this, if I bring it up, he's holding the key to the lock, and actually he's attached to the broom, and the broom isn't really attached to the tree. It could all come down. It's almost like he's choosing to be up there. And then as well as that, you have all the symbolism that you can read into the dark cloudy skies behind, the clear meadows below. So much in these cards. They are absolutely gorgeous. I am biased because, like I say, I have had these cards I've had the little deck for a while, and then once I found the big deck, that was it. I just can't wait to start using these in readings. But so much beautiful imagery in the cards. I keep leaving them the other way around, don't I? Silly. But lovely deck. So like that's the tower, and again it's got that traditional meaning to it, but it's got that quirkiness. I mean, look at her little smile. It's like a bit of a wry smile there, almost well, it had to happen. We had to get rid of the old to make way for the new. So got some gorgeous imagery, beautiful energy as well around these cards. It's really nice to be able to just connect with something that, although some of the images are quite dark, there's still an element of something good, something positive that can be taken from them. So it's just lovely. It's just a lovely deck. Like I say, I would thoroughly recommend, but I am biased. We've got 7 of Cups. I love, because I do love cats, I love looking at where the cats are in this deck too, because they're always up to something. There's always something you can read from the animals in the deck as well, and what they're up to. And it's, for me, it almost feels like, yes, we've got the person in the card, but then we've got the animal, that it's almost like there's that two sides to the person. It feels like it's part of them, and it's looking at the interaction between them and what one's doing that's impacting on the other. So loads of different things that you can pull out of these cards. They are gorgeous though. Aces, lovely. There's our Fool, just ready to launch, jump into the unknown. I absolutely love that card, Strength. Look at that, it's beautiful. He's turned round. Magician. I have absolutely no doubt that once I start using these cards properly, that they'll be a firm favourite for me for using. And don't forget also, as well as this deck, there's also Deborah Blake also has the Everyday Witch Oracle deck. So if you're not drawn to using tarot, that's absolutely fine, because there's also an oracle deck that Deborah has, which is, let me see, it's very similar, but it's also different. So that was the Everyday Witch Tarot, and thank you for joining in. Hopefully you will like the deck as much as I do, and I will see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.